Hey, ballers, Squiggles here. I'm going to be casting this game from the rcraftgaming tournament. This is the finals from last week, I believe, the 12th or 13th one. I think it was 12th. Going to be featuring Sasquatch. He is a grandmaster player on the U.S. ladder versus kid named Omni. That's quite the name. I wonder if I could just get away calling him Omni or kid or named. I don't know, but whatever. He doesn't want to be beast on my meat. There, okay, whatever. Anyway, I am in a terrific mood today. It is Labor Day, and I was like, you know what? I want to cast some StarCraft. So a ZvZ is going to be on the menu, and of course, this is going to be played on one of the oldest and I don't know greatest maps, but it's really, really popular, and it's just been around for a long time. It's like the only 1v1 map that's still on. Or the only two-player map that's still on the 1v1 pool, and of course I'm talking about naga caverns. So right away we have these two overlords. They're just going to be very leisurely sipping tea and making their way across the map. Just want to see what their opponent is doing. I mean, they'll get there eventually, but no real rush. No real rush. These guys are just I feel like laying in bed and just sleeping today. That is the motto of the overlord until they finally get their little jetpack boosters or somebody blows on them when they get their little speed upgrade later on, if indeed they do. But we never really see that in Zerg versus Zerg, just saying. Alright, now we have the opening build starting. It looks like Sasquatch going to be going for gas and then getting that pool, and he actually got his gas a little bit before the pool started. Meanwhile, Kid Omni put down his the same exact time, so he is not going to quite have enough gas for that speed right when his spawning pool finishes, but Sasquatch will. Already we can see they have exactly the same supplies. Already we can see. Nah, that's right. I crack myself up sometimes. Alright, so it looks like Sasquatch's overlords are making their way across the map. And then we have Kid Omni, who is taking out a terrific page out of the Grandmaster Sasquatch's book. And he is going to be doing the exact same thing with his overlords very, very slowly, and yet still as fast as they possibly can, making their way across the map. So, epic awesomeness of Overlord scouting and running around everywhere. It's the Overlord rush, as he brings a whole new meaning to the word rush. Yes, indeed. You can see both of them have their speed on the way now. Metabolic boost going down. Looks like Kid named Omni is going to go ahead and expand first. And Sasquatch going to be building Sumlings, going instantly for that Roach Warren. And Kid named Omni has a few more lings out, I think. Actually, I have no idea. Let's check. It looks like, yes, indeed. He has 8 Zerglings to the 4 of Sasquatch, and he is going to be putting on a little bit of pressure as he expands. Kind of a cool maneuver to expand and then make some lings and put on pressure. So Sasquatch has to defend. That allows him to get his expansion up pretty much harass-free, which is what you want. He just has to be careful because later on you can see Sasquatch did not pull these guys off of gas, and actually it looks like Kid named Omni is keeping guys on gas as well. Or he just put guys back on. Never mind. But Sasquatch does have quite a bit of gas, and he's going to be getting out these roaches. You can see 2 roaches on the way right now. 3, now 4, now 5, now 6 roaches on the way. So Sasquatch definitely going to be aggressive as his speed is just about to finish. Meanwhile, looks like Kid named Omni's speed is not too far away from speed as well. And getting his Baneling nest going down. So it's going to be Ling Baneling versus roaches. And there goes down the evolution chamber for that really quick +1. That +1 benefiting both the Banelings and the Zerglings, so really, really good there. And now Kid named Omni just going to be running back with these Zerglings. Nobody really taking control of the Zelnaga Watchtower is a little bit odd, but I guess he doesn't really need to because they have overlords everywhere. See, this overlord's like, hey, dude, what's going on? He's like, man, not much, just chilling, checking out some air. And he's like, oh, sweet, sweet, me too. Mind if I join you? And he's like, man, no problem. Not at all, because overlords are really nice guys. They're really manner, they're really friendly, and why not? I mean, it's not like they can do anything else. I mean, they can throw up later on, but that's not now. Alright, looks like, ooh, these Zerglings from Kid named Omni are going to go ahead and run in here. Trying to focus down the Queen. No, the Queen gets away. And these roaches are very, very slowly trying to make their way back around. These Zerglings are just like, tee-hee-hee-hee-hee, I'm getting away. Ooh, a couple of good volleys by these roaches are going to kill some of these Zerglings and severely hurt the other ones. And now the smaller forces of Sasquatch's Zerglings are going to be chasing away the larger forces of Kid named Omni's Zerglings, but that's because all of his Zerglings are hurt. Oh no, they're hurt. Meanwhile, we see nothing but Zerglings being made for Kid named Omni right now. Also getting some Banelings, +1 melee is on the way. And meanwhile, it looks like Sasquatch's natural is just about up, getting pretty close. And here come the roaches, very slowly making their way across. Zerglings in front. Both players have speed at this point. And where are the banelings? It looks like, a couple of Zerglings. And here come the banelings, and now it's going to come down to micro. As a nice surround by these lings on the roaches. And here come the banelings, getting some good hits off on those Zerglings. And it looks like Sasquatch with a slight lead as far as units right now. We can go ahead and take a check at the unit tab. That was a terrible sentence, by the way. Wow. And it looks like kid named Omni. There we go. I'm just going to call him Omni. He's under quite a bit of pressure. It looks like his natural is about halfway down and getting even farther down. He only has 17 Zerglings versus 22 Zerglings of Sasquatch. Also, 3 roaches remaining. It looks like 3 banelings are going to be made, but there goes down the expansion. Oh, that's just terrible, terrible, terrible. Banelings exploding against the roaches and the lings, and it looks like kid named Omni will go ahead and clean that attack up, but at what cost, as commentators tend to say. I don't know why we love that phrase so much, we just do. At what cost? He sacrificed his natural, or I should say Sasquatch sniped the natural, and now it looks like kid named Omni is going to go on the offensive, and by the offensive I mean he is going to sit right here. And there we go, now with the counterattack. Meanwhile, more lings streaming out. 1 ling from Sasquatch going to get up and scout, and here comes more lings as well from Sasquatch, going to go in, do kind of a counterattack. Looks like Roach is holding on the ramp, not going to be able to jump up into the main, and actually Sasquatch doing a good job of keeping all of these Zerglings right there at the main, so his natural, because he can't defend it right now, won't have any kind of, damage done to it, at least not economically. All right, now it looks like kid named Omni with 1 baneling on defense is going to be running across the map again with these Zerglings now pulling back. Oh, nice little movement. Oh, too bad. There is an Overlord from Sasquatch right there, and another one right here. Sasquatch doing a great job of just spreading Overlords everywhere. I mean, so is Omni. He has stuff everywhere as well, but oh man, this is the big problem. The Sasquatch is starting to accrue quite an amount of roaches, and kid named Omni just now putting down his hatchery. Meanwhile, Sasquatch has his hatchery already done and just using it for larvae right now. As you can see, nothing being mined because he understands that it's a little bit vulnerable. He has some roaches at the ramp so they cannot be broken, and now getting his own baneling nest is Sasquatch. So, meanwhile, kid named Omni going to be getting +1 carapace as well. We can see no upgrades for Sasquatch at all. Meanwhile, kid named Omni with no roaches. Looks like he's just now getting his roach warren, but he does have +1 melee, is going to have +1 carapace as well. So the upgrade advantage has to go to kid named Omni, but Sasquatch has the supply advantage, and he already sniped an expansion, so we have to think that he is ahead at this point. Looks like Sasquatch going to be attacking again with a lot of roaches, few lings reinforcing, and now he has a couple of his own banelings. And look at these roaches kind of spread a little bit just in case banelings, because banelings spread, believe it or not, actually do damage to roaches as well. And that is a lot of roaches, 11 roaches on the way for kid named Omni. His expansion is going to finish, and he's going to have to defend here, and these roaches not really spreading at all are going to be, here come banelings, and we can see how much damage the banelings are going to do to these roaches. Look at that. Wow, and these roaches are actually melting to the banelings. I'm not entirely sure how cost effective that was, but it looks like kid named Omni will absolutely clean up this poke from Sasquatch. And look at that, all of a sudden he takes a 20 supply lead over Sasquatch. Ling baneling absolutely demolishing roaches. Whoa, and just barely missing that baneling. That would have been a very, very cost-effective baneling. But as it is, looks like this baneling is going to go up into the main. And is he going to be able to get anything? I don't know, because there's going to be another battle. Oh, there goes the baneling. Going to be hitting a couple of those. But here is the big thing right now, is that now kid named Omni is on the offensive. But Sasquatch does have a few banelings, and since all there are Zerglings coming out for kid named Omni, those banelings can be so scary. It looks like getting a couple banelings himself, so it's going to be ling baneling wars coming out here. And ooh, these lings, 2 banelings for 4. That's absolutely phenomenal. And kid named Omni will take those kind of trades all day long. Yes, indeed. And are there any more banelings? Looks like a couple more morphing right now. But Roach gets caught all by himself, and he is going to go ahead and live with 1 hit point. Never mind. Looks like these banelings are going to finish, and now they're going to run up. And great reaction time by kid named Omni, not getting hit by a single one of these banelings. My, oh my, you are so good. I should say kid named Omni is a Masters player, Sasquatch grandmaster, and so it is the master versus the, I don't want to say apprentice, but the master versus the grandmaster. Now it looks like a little bit of a secret hallway going to be going on for Sasquatch as he runs around in here. And even though I am the only one observing this game, whoever was casting casting this the first time is going to ping just to let me know that's happening. But yes, indeed, sir, I am watching the minimap. I do see it. Thank you very much. Look at this. Banelings trying to catch these zerglings. No, looks like they are barely not going to, but this baneling controlling the Zelnaga watchtower. And the overlord of Sasquatch sees everything. Now, it looks like more zerglings, more banelings being made for a kid named Omni, and now it looks like Sasquatch is actually going to go back and drone a little bit. More drones coming from kid named Omni as well. So both of them trying to saturate their naturals a little bit. It looks like kid named Omni actually has quite a bit more saturation going on. Let's go ahead and take a look at the units and see. It looks like 42 drones. 42 drones versus 22 drones of Sasquatch. So kid named Omni, huge lead as far as army goes. And actually, just really quick, I want to see, looks like army supplies are about the same, but look at that, 54 now versus 28. Crazy sauce. Absolutely disgusting how far ahead kid named Omni is at this point. I mean, he's ahead in supply, but really it is all drones. Look at this, even continuing drone, getting +2 melee attacks. 3 spine crawlers going down as well because he is droning so hard he can afford those spine crawlers, and he knows he may need them if Sasquatch decides to do some kind of crazy push. Looks like Sasquatch is getting his lair. Is kid named Omni's done? I did not pay attention. Yes, indeed it is. And of course, he would have to be in order to get +2 for all of you who are there just rolling your eyes. Thank you. I understand now, yes. A little bit of a blunder by Squiggles or whatever. It can't be perfect all the time, just 90% of the time. All right, are these going to be banelings? I don't know. Only 4 zerglings, can't do much. I'm just scared that those are going to be banelings that do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, it looks like kid named Omni has taken out his gold rocks, and look at that, already a phantom hatchery on the way. There we go. This drone +5 minerals. Bam. And there we go, banelings. Oh, banelings, banelings, banelings. What kind of damage are these banelings going to be able to do? And there's nothing really around. These spine crawlers are not even in position. Here comes the drones. Run, drones, run. Run, 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 run. Oh, wow. Could have got a lot more, but did get... That's right. That's what I said. Only losing 5, so not too bad, actually. Wow, I was just freaking out there as I saw those banelings come in. I was like, oh, man. But meanwhile, it looks like kid named Omni is really going into macro mode, taking that gold, and if he gets that gold up, it is going to be crazy hard for Sasquatch to get back in this game. Supplies are about the same right now until kid named Omni just made 8 mutas. That's right, +2 about done. 8 mutas on the way. And it does not look like Sasquatch has anything to deal with these mutas. He has 1 queen. He has 2 queens. And there is an Evo chamber going down just now. Only 2 queens. Looks like a infestation pit going down at the same time. Both getting infestation pits, actually. And look at this. Kid and Omni expanding again. And, oh, man, Sasquatch sees one of them. And he's like, this is just not good. But what does he have? Let's check units really quick. Where's the... He's not even showing queens. There we go. Only 2 queens. And the... there they are. There they are. Oh, man. The mutas are out, and he has this huge timing, actually supply blocking Sasquatch as well, so he knows it's coming, and he can't really do anything. 2 spore crawlers on the way right now, but he can't make any additional queens or anything. Actually, he's making 2 more queens, but look at this, losing so many overlords, and kid named Omni actually has this huge timing, and he's being very, very slow, but he really needs to go in here and do some damage, and it looks like he's being very cautious, only sending in 1 muta, showing the muta, and being like, hey, queen, what's going on? I have mutas. Now he's going to run away, and I expect all these mutas to run in a little bit. Looks like he's going to go, oh, and Sasquatch is going to GG. He realizes he has nothing to compete with the mutas of kid named Omni, so what an upset. A master taking out a grandmaster. Absolutely phenomenal play by kid named Omni, and congratulations to him. Wow, what an awesome match. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Leave comments below as always. This is Squiggles signing off.